Hitachi, in partnership with Times Network, continues on its journey to nurture and promote social innovation. A marquee initiative, the Hitachi Social Innovation Forum took place in New Delhi recently. The forum was graced by the presence of Ravi Shankar Prasad, Honorable Minister of Information Technology and Law and Justice, along with the Ambassador of Japan, Mr. Kenji Hiramatsu.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to address you all. When we look around the world, our business environment has been changing drastically due to the globalization and digitalization. We can see Industry 4.0 in Europe, Industrial Internet in the United States, and Digital India here. We organized this event with an effort to emphasize how innovation can help address challenges associated with the rapid urbanization. I would like to end my speech by saying Hitachi's campaign copy. The future is open to suggestions. The future is open to suggestions. Thank you very much.
His Excellency, the Ambassador of Japan, Mr. Hiramatsu, Mr. Higashihara, the President and CEO of Hitachi, I'm very happy that Hitachi is organizing this Social Innovation Forum in Delhi. This is a forum for social innovation. Do you know how Indians are inventing things for which, as an IT Minister of India, I need to compliment Indian IT initiative? Aadhaar is India's product. Beam is India's product. We have got 200,000, 2 lakh common service centers in India, out of which 1,16,000 in the Gram Panchayats of India, run by Dalit women, simple entrepreneurs. They are giving digital services, from making passport to Aadhaar card to digital delivery of services and others. Transforming the entire ecosystem by a common touch technology. Digital India, Make in India, Skill India, Startup India, Stand Up India, all working in unison to make India a truly empowered society. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
I was delighted to hear from Honorable Minister of Communication Information about the current stage of your endeavor to make India more digital India. I think that Japan is part of that. Especially Hitachi is very eager to participate in this endeavor to be a more digital India realized in coming years. And recent development, I can inform you, is that, as you already know, it has agreed that India will use Japan's high-speed railway technology for this newly developed corridor from Ahmedabad to Mumbai. And last year, I'm happy to sign the agreement on civilian nuclear development in India that will create another dimension of a new technological cooperation between Japan and India. So the recent development between two countries are very encouraging. And of course, Hitachi is an important partner for Japan and India, connecting two countries together. In this forum, I understand that there are a couple of issues you are going to discuss today. We are looking forward to having very productive or innovative discussion on these important issues. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
In its endeavor to encourage social innovation, Hitachi and Times Network brought together some of the brightest minds from the industry to share their vision on transforming India's future and explore the numerous possibilities for growth and advancement. The theme of this episode is building a digital enterprise in India, and shedding more light on this topic is the Managing Director of Hitachi Systems Microclinic, Tarun Seth.
right, Tarun, thanks very much for speaking with us. And maybe we can start by talking about the microclinic. You set this up as an entrepreneur, so just run us through the entrepreneurial journey.
So it's a pleasure to be here. We started this company in 1991, and we were looking at what we should do in the company so that we differentiate ourselves from the others. So we named our company as Microclinic, where our motto was life after death within 4 hours, meaning we used to resurrect a PC within 4 hours. And that's how we started. And it was done through mobile vans and with engineers in the vans. In 2006, we thought there's a need, and we changed our logo. And because it was a solution era, so we changed our tagline to where solutions are born. And in 2014, as we were a very hardworking organization, and our harmony and social met with the Hitachi principles. So Hitachi acquired us. Since then, we are growing at 58% year on year. And from 150 crores when we were in 2014, this year we'll end up at 575 crores. So thanks to all the CIOs here who helped us to reach where we are.
And talk to us about some of the services and solutions that you offer at the Hitachi Systems Microclinic.
Yeah, so we are a purely system integration organization. We have 4 verticals where we work in. One is end user computing, storage, server, network, cloud. But what differentiates us with the competition is that we manage and monitor our customers' IT 24/7 through our NOC, which is based out in Delhi. And we use our Yokohama data center for managing and monitoring the devices in India.
Do you think that this year really is going to be the year of big data and moving to the cloud, particularly for startups?
If you see the Gartner talking, they're saying that India will grow 36% year on year. And the real thrust, as we all know, that once the network improves in our country, the thrust will be much more. And if you see by 2020, Gartner says India is going to be a $10 billion country for cloud. So there is a big impetus, and we feel we are ready for it to serve to our customers, whether it's a private cloud or a public cloud, we are ready to do that for our customers.
Okay, all right. My quick last word to you then, Tarun. If you can talk to us about how you really help your customers build digital enterprises.
Hitachi philosophy is very much what our Prime Minister is talking. Sabke saath, sabka vikas. And what we are doing in that is basically, if you see our ads, we talk about a better tomorrow. And where we say a customer is spending more time with his family. Earlier ads used to show that. So how we can do is a social innovation is the forum where we take the control, because most of the businesses today are run on IT. And so we have a promise to all our IT heads that they can spend valuable time with their families, and we are there to take care of their network and be proactive in telling them if there is anything wrong happening. Similarly, if you see, mobility is becoming very, very important. India is the fastest growing smartphone country today. And every mobile user today, as we were just talking that, are you clicking or not? Everybody wants data wherever they are, whenever they want. So that's very important. And thirdly, as the competition is increasing and the need of the data in the way the customer wants to see is becoming important. So we have developed an analyticals team whereby we can give data to our customers wherever they are. To give all this, you need a very solid cloud, be it private or public. So we are ready to give that to our customers. Last but not the least, this message is for all the young people. This country, and our Prime Minister keeps saying that, why don't you become your own employer? So we feel this country has a tremendous opportunity for all the young people in this room to look for things, start small, and this country is amazing, it can make it very big. And that's happened to us, so I think it can happen to everybody in this room if they have the desire to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Tarun Sheikh for you. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you very much.
If there is one thing CIOs and companies should do,
the role of CIO becomes very important because he has to then create the ecosystem of having the right partners, having the right technology, having the right solutions, and having the right people to sail the boat.
Hitachi, in partnership with Times Network, brings you the Hitachi Social Innovation Forum 2017 from New Delhi. After the inauguration ceremony and tete-a-tete, it was time for an enriching session on building a digital enterprise in India.
So maybe we can start by trying to define digital, because all of you are coming from such varied industries. So I'm trying to understand if digital means different things in each of your industries.
IT has been very pervasive in auto industry for a long time and all. I think what's the change in digital today? Now, the change in digital today is, yes, you got a lot of new technologies around IT to made available, but the whole speed of change is something which is digitally bringing to the table, frankly. So what we are saying now is, first and foremost, very clearly is, it has to create business value for the organization. So the first and foremost is, technologies are important. You can do IoT, you can do anything around that. End of the day, it has to create value for the business. That's the first important part of the digital enterprise. And number two is, when you go to digital, we're talking about, you're not talking about 3-year projects and 5-year projects. You're saying quick, do it now, get value for the organization. And if you're not able to do it now, forget it. That's okay. I mean, fail fast also is part of digitization. But the whole value creation in an agile way, in a very short way, is the whole digitization we're talking about today. I think that's my first initial take on that.
Okay. Any of you gentlemen also want to tackle that?
Talking about digital, you see, the definition of digital doesn't require any explanation. So all of us in our social life, in our official life, are well aware of the importance of digitization. And digitization obviously comes along with the technology, innovation, processes, and how do you adopt it aptly for your business enterprise. And all of us in our organizations have various level of digitization. Many of us are at a matured stage, many of us are at a nascent stage or middle stage, but it is the need of the hour that we become into the quadrant of the matured stage of digitization, any organization. And because that is going to help us. So you have to be first to become digital. Instead of reacting to the situation, you have to proactively work to become a digital enterprise.
Rajan, would you agree that big data in some sense is really the arms and legs then of what we're talking about in terms of cloud, in terms of digital, and therefore how can companies and how are companies really using digital, and how are they really using big data to be able to then integrate better into the cloud?
For all the business units which are all present. So currently, for them, there's anyway data are available, all the sources right now. Big data is all nothing but a social, getting feed unstructured, getting Hadoops and all this is in place. But at the end of the day, again, any kind of an organization today, from all our customers, when they have to represent them, what they need is today is an outcome, is an analysis which is ready for them, and that's where they should be in a position to take an informed decisions, right? So for them, currently everybody is struggling with all kind of a competition environment. All economies are going from ups and downs. So all the digital relevance which can help them out to ensure that the business are being strengthened. So that's all. I think that's what an expectation from a big data and a cloud is what our customers need.
As a CIO on the panel, I'd like to ask you to comment about how analytics and mobility, the correlation between the two, and what you think companies should keep in mind in terms of both these aspects.
Talking about analytics and all kinds of things, we are getting lots of data from machines, from the users and all, and the data is there in the back end. Now, what change which has happened recently through the technology is that earlier, your analytics used to be a trend for last 10 years. You get a report in the morning and then take some strategic decision out of that. The change which big data and mobility is bringing to the whole process is, one is that now you have a mobile app for customer around and all. Can you give an experience that whenever he interact with us, looking at all our back-end data about that customer and all, is there an opportunity to serve him better, to do that and all? So that integration of decision-making with a speed available to them on our fingertips is the integration which is there in the possible. And there's a huge opportunity of customer engagement in that, huge opportunity of growing your business over there, and so on and so forth around and all. So that's the big opportunity.
Okay. Rishi, one industry that's definitely been able to capitalize on the kind of movement that we've seen in digital, of course, has been the e-commerce industry. And I'd like for you to talk about, how you're using analytics both within the company and how the industry is using analytics to really be able to stay one step ahead of the curve?
If I talk about e-commerce industry and the logistics industry, I think the e-commerce industries were the first movers in terms of bringing in algorithms, faster decision making, and analytics. I'm talking from a perspective of the logistics industry. That's been a transformation. That's put us into a space where the entire SMAC is now overruling the piece on our industry. Analytics has been very important. There is huge loads of data which we have, which we churn and decide the next actions, decide network routing, decide the customer promise dynamically. That's what is driving our industry now.
Before we go to the audience poll, just a very quick question, and because you're talking about risks, I want to talk about how the telecom industry is able to handle these questions and also work together in terms of being able to ensure that the security of the data, which is mobile, is then being protected.
Actually, security is one of a critical element for any telecom operator. And it is a regulation also that we have to have our secured environment, as well as our customers are also secured. And another thing is the privacy of the data. The calling which is happening, that nobody, like my call records cannot be shared with anybody. So we have to have a security on that front also. And we are also having our own SOC, and which runs 24/7. And we keep on monitoring any malware is coming or any threat is coming from outside world. That is one of the thing. And another thing is that we are having auditing of the security features and the security implementation in our environment. So that's keep on happening every month. And we have to, if any incidents, security incidents is happening, we have to report to the government also.
Sure.
So that's a regulation also. So as per regulation also, we have to have a secured environment.
Okay. Let me in fact come to Sumit at this point.
Everybody please take out your mobile phones and get ready. You know the drill, get to the opening poll, and the question has been pushed to you. Do you think the role of the CIO has evolved and is becoming central to building a digital enterprise? Because 81% of us have said yes to that. Back to you, Sunanda, for wrapping it up. Thank you.
Thanks very much for that, Sumit. Let me get quick closing comments, and maybe I can start with you, Rajesh. Talk to us about how ROI can be defined for an enterprise which is digital and which is moving digital.
On any business case which we are on the IT side, which we are doing, or even on the network side, telecom network side also, and for making the ROI, whenever we are doing anything, any transformation project or anything, so we have to make the business case that whether what we are investing in that and what we are getting out of that. Out of that means nothing, doesn't mean that money. Or maybe from the social side also we are getting something out of that.
The biggest benefit of the visibility, really.
Yeah, by using that data, can we convert it into a business?
Rajan, if there is one thing CIOs and companies should do to ensure that they go digital, if they're not already digital, what is that one thing?
As Hitachi Systems, I will take your question in another way. We are very well in that position where we can provide our customers a complete knock and sock solutions where we can, whatever decision they take in terms of digitization or a cloud or social mobility, as a partner, we are there for them to ensure that their business grows, and we are there for them to serve them with all the latest technologies to manage the customers in our plan. So that's there, and that's the confidence we want to give it to our customer.
I want to ask you the same question I asked Rajesh. Is it a fight ever for ROI, and how do you justify it as a CIO?
The role of CIO becomes very important because he has to then create the ecosystem of having the right partners, having the right technology, having the right solutions, and having the right people to sail the boat.
Let me come to you very quickly. As companies are going digital, are the roles of companies and the role of the CIO within companies then changing?
I think the role of CIO is little above that now. And role very clearly is to understand the business very, very well and make sure that you commit yourself to really give that outcome of IT to the business factory. And create those business cases of IT deployment and create value for the business.
We've run completely out of time, so I'm going to ask you to restrict your answer to just 2 words, the biggest opportunity and the biggest challenge in today's digital world, according to you.
The biggest challenge is the reach of telcos, the spread of telcos at this point of time. Opportunities, smart investments is something that the CIO should be looking at.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. It's been a very enlightening conversation, and I do hope all of you have been able to take something away from this panel. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you.